Today there is a very specific theme coming through, and I can't really avoid it. While I was dealing the cards, I don't usually use this oracle deck, but when I was dealing this deck, this card came out 3 times. And I was going to wait until I started recording, but I felt like I needed to take this. So this is going to be a signifier energy that directs the reading today, okay? And the signifier energy here is indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. We're going to talk about this here in just a minute, but I'm actually going to pull some wisdom of time cards first. What you don't see coming, and I feel like whatever is coming towards you, what you don't see coming is connected to this indecision. I feel like whatever is coming towards you that you are not aware of right now is going to be a disruption. What do you not see coming? In the next sweep of the lighthouse beam, have a look at this. Lighthouses might be significant or an extra synchronicity for you. The beach or the ocean. You may be near water or you may feel very drawn to water right now. The card says visibility is intermittent, but guaranteed. Be ready to move during the next flash of illumination. I feel like there have been messages coming out recently about timing. A situation or an energy that is reaching a peak point. So for some of you, this is going to be something that is manifesting or has been manifesting and is now becoming real. It will make itself aware to you or known to you in tangible reality, okay, in your life. For others of you, this is going to be like a disruption of your current experience. So if you're in any kind of isolated or stagnant energy especially, or you are struggling with a decision, or even a duality that is pulling on you in your own life right now, I feel like that is going to be disrupted. I'm also looking at the light from this lighthouse, and lighthouses are symbols of guidance. They guide ships through the sea so that the ship can make its way through the fog and reach the shoreline safely. So I feel like there's something here that's really significant about a lighthouse light specifically. And this is really standing out to me. This visibility is intermittent but guaranteed. Even though you can't see something, it's still there. It might be underneath the surface, or it might be peeking through the fog every once in a while, or you might catch glimpses of this, but there's something bubbling underneath the surface of you. This can be intuitive, it can be emotional. It can be something completely foreign and unknown to you, but there is something that is rising to the surface and peeking through that wants to get your attention. I'm also picking up on hermit energy here. The hermit holds a lantern that represents his own personal guiding light, his own voice, his inner voice, without the external noise or the influence from the external world. I'm also picking up on a message here about listening to this inside of you. And when I look at this indecision card here, I get this feeling that maybe there is something that you're not trusting within you about making a certain choice or going in a certain direction or making some sort of change, okay? What is nudging at you? What signs are you receiving? What are you dreaming about? Everything you feel is information. Emotions are information. And it's trying to communicate something to you. So pay attention to this. You also might feel very isolated within yourself or even alone. But this is spirit coming through and saying that you're not alone. You just have to listen. You just have to quiet down. You just have to pay attention. But I feel like it really is connected to this indecision space. I feel like when this indecision energy is cleared up, I feel like something is going to come through, right? Almost like something is stuck in the funnel and it's trying to come through. And once you clear the blockage, everything begins to flow again. And then everything becomes very clear. This is about clarity, right? All right, I'm going to get one more here. Let's get one more here. 2 wanted to come out, so I'm going to take those. Sooner than you think, and in the season of falling leaves. I'm going to look at the reading I did last week, I think it was, and I feel like these exact 2 cards came out. I dealt this deck several times before I even started this reading. And these two came out together. So this is a double confirmation. Some of the same collective is listening to this right now. So that reading is leaking through to this one. And this is no coincidence for those who have been following me for a while. You see this a lot in the readings. Energy is leaking into each other, even though these messages are timeless. It doesn't matter if you're seeing this now or 2 years from now. It's going to be relevant to your current timeline in whatever moment you see this message, okay? But this is also showing me that that energy is still very strongly present here, okay? So in this timeline, those who are following these readings in this current timeline of yours, this is energy that is showing up very strongly and is moving through you right now, okay? So we got sooner than you think, and this card is connected to your dreams, to your wishes. We have shooting stars in the sky here. It's also connected to the cosmos, so you could have connections to the cosmos. You could have synchronicities or interests that have to do with the cosmos or cosmology. Stargazing could be a synchronicity. You could be particularly drawn and fascinated to the night sky, or you could be staying up later than usual. That could have some significance to you. But I feel like this is strongly connected to your dreams and your wishes. So I feel like I'm getting some of that same creative energy coming over into this reading. All right, but we're getting a new layer coming out here. So I feel like this is almost like an extension of that energy, but we're getting another layer here that has to do with indecision that we're going to talk about in a moment. And of course, we're also seeing this here with the lighthouse. And this lighthouse energy is connected to this indecision. Events are accelerating behind the scenes. Here we have again a connection to something happening behind the scenes. You can't see it, but it's happening. It's moving. It's rearranging, right? Be ready to move during the next flash of illumination. Prepare for a development. I've been saying this for a while now. I feel like some of you are getting to this climax. There's going to be some major disruption. I don't know what it's going to be for you, but I feel like it's going to be very intense. Not in like a label of good or bad. I just feel like it's going to be this intensity that really propels something forward. Like whatever this indecision, stagnant, stuck energy is that I'm feeling here, I feel like this is going to be absolutely disintegrated, completely evaporated. You're going to be broken open in some way. The collective that I've been reading for a while have already gone through some of these breaking open of the ego and the spirit. So I feel like this is like, this is almost like a transcendent journey. And in the process, you're creating a completely different perspective and a new way of seeing the world, like a completely different perspective shift. It will feel sudden, but is perfectly timed. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on the timing here. But I also feel like this could be connected to certain fated things for you before you even came to Earth, if that makes sense. Almost like a soul contract. I feel like it's all interconnected to this. It feels really ambiguous to me while I'm trying to explain it. Like something is trying to come through, but it's not completely clear. And I feel like it's some of this indecision energy there isn't 100% clarity. There's still too much fog. It's like you're walking through this fog and you only have this very small flashlight, and sometimes your flashlight doesn't even work properly. It's just like flickering, right? And you have to like smack it for it to come back on so you can just walk a little bit further and see where you're going, but it's not consistent. And you have no idea when the fog is going to clear. And you make some progress. Let's say you have a break in the fog for a little while, and then you take another direction, but then there's more fog. This is the kind of atmosphere that I'm getting in this reading. All right, I'm going to move this along now. I'm spending a lot of time here, but I'm going to really get into this kind of stuff in the extended reading as well. All right, now in the season of the falling leaves, release is not only inevitable but beautiful. So again, this is about the clearing away, the releasing of the old. And in that other reading, I was talking about this focus on your dreams and your wishes is healing something, is allowing you to release something truly and let go of something. So while you're focusing on your dreams and moving forward and you're aligning, you are releasing all of this stagnant old stuff from you, but it's process driven. This is not something that's instant. It's not something that happens overnight. By the time the trees are bare, you will have let go gracefully. Okay, so fall and autumn is showing up here again. So fall and autumn could be significant to you in your life because this energy was connecting in so many different ways to different people. So this could be this could be connected to a person. It can be connected to something from your past. It can be connected to an aspect of you or an experience that had a really big impact on you. It's something that is falling away and restructuring itself. And it's happening because you are choosing to focus on something different. You're making some sort of choice in your life that is very different from the choices that you made in the past. That's why we're seeing this energy here. We're going to look at this indecision now, and then we're going to get into the Celtic cross. There's chapters on all of these readings, guys, so if there is, if you want to re-listen to a section or you want to focus specifically on a section, feel free to use the chapters and go wherever you want in the video. All right, now let's take a look at this indecision. So first of all, I want to mention the symbolism here. So this reminds me of the root chakra, the base chakra. This is connected to your survival, your physical world, your abundance, okay? So I feel like there could potentially be a block here for you. This indecision or this focus of yours right now could be very focused on the material, the 3D dimension of life, our physical world. In other words, I feel like you are trying to live out an experience, an authentic experience, and get to this point where these types of decisions don't have so much weight on you. So this could be something that you've had to focus on for a while. Maybe you had a phase of your life where you had to focus on your survival and you couldn't focus on much of anything else. But now I feel like you're at this point where you really have to make a decision about something. And you could be not trusting, or you could be disconnected from your intuition. Like you're not trusting your own inner guidance, so to speak. You're not trusting that inner voice. So I feel like there's this theme about really trusting yourself. Even if you don't have all of the answers, even if it's risky and scary, I feel like you really need to trust your own light. You need to be your own lighthouse. This message is strongly connecting to personal sovereignty here. I feel like there's a message about empowerment in this. But I feel like this indecision energy is keeping you a little bit stuck. It's connected to how you feel in your physical reality. And maybe you're in a situation that you want to change, whatever that might be for you. Maybe you're working towards financial freedom or independence in some way. But I feel like there's this, almost this withdrawal of you, like you're withdrawing, or you're withdrawing from some aspect of you, or you're withdrawing from something in your life. Maybe you're isolating. Maybe you're a little bit like the hermit right now. But that could be causing some thought rumination or some emotional rumination. Maybe that's why your intuition is not too clear. Okay? Maybe you're stuck in thought loops. So if this is a thought loop or an emotional loop that you are experiencing, I feel like this is why we're seeing these cards coming out about a disruption. Because I feel like a disruption needs to occur. All of this stuff that's happening in the background, if you really quiet down and pay attention to it, it will come forward. It will. It's telling you here in this reading that it's there. It's just very subtle. So if you're not paying attention, you won't be aware of it. I'm also looking at the waves here. I feel like it's coming in intervals. Like it's not always there, but it's trying to come in. Spirit is trying to send you signals and synchronicities, the universe. Right? And it's connecting to your own guiding light, like your inner voice. I feel like this is connected to unblocking this energetic chakra point for you. Okay, connected to your survival. I want to get more on this now, so we're going to get into the Celtic cross. Before I do that though, I do need to get your archetype. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles here. For you, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. So there is this focus on the material. There's this focus on abundance, wealth, stability, especially stability and safety within yourself. I'm getting a strong emphasis on safety here, really feeling secure, not just within yourself, but also within your life and in your environment. Maybe that's what's causing some of this indecision, because when you are in When your nervous system is anxious or overwhelmed, or you are in survival mode, your nervous system cannot truly go back to its baseline resting point. You get spikes in cortisol, you can't rest as well, your mind feels foggy. There again, that emphasis on fog is coming through. I keep seeing this fog in my mind, so I feel like that's really important here. And I'm looking at this card specifically, and he's looking out of this big window. This window reminds me of like a portal. So I feel like this is you in this transition that you have been going through for some time now. This is not new to you. This has been happening to you for a while. I feel like it's like you're yearning, you're longing, but you're not quite ready to step through it yet. But because you are here in the King of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you have a very good ability to bring what you need to you, or to manifest what you need, to get what you need. So you're also someone who can be very resourceful when you need to be. But I also feel like especially survival mode can keep you in this place of lack if you're not careful. It can cause you to go on loops of financial lack or emotional lack. Okay, because survival mode usually brings up emotions of fear. All right, it's like a very protective, guarded energy when your nervous system is misaligned or overwhelmed. And survival mode has everything to do with your nervous system not being able to truly rest in baseline. Okay, you might want to do a little bit of research on that, but I feel like also the reason why I'm saying this so much in the reading is because we need to get you in this baseline so that we can clear up this indecision and unblock this energy. You can be very resourceful, you can be responsible, and I mean, you're showing up as this archetype right now, so you could be managing your finances much better now. You could be in a completely different place than you were before. Maybe you're at this point right now where you're wondering, how should I invest this into a direction of my life? So I feel like this is both energetic and financial investment, okay, into something. But we don't have clarity on this yet, and I feel like that's why you're not fully walking through this portal right now. Let's just have a look at someone in your energy. Who's with you right now, influencing your path? And we've got a King of Wands here. We've got two portals here. Look at these portals. We've got two kings, so we've got two people here who are very experienced, mature, two people who carry knowledge, one of earth, one of fire, so you don't have to be an earth or a fire sign. This person may be a fire sign, but they don't have to be. So this represents what you are focused on, what you are manifesting, what you are embodying. This person here also appears to be at some sort of threshold point. They're looking through this portal. It even looks like a mirror. There's a strong desire to walk through this portal. Again, I'm picking up on this energy where I feel like you balance each other out, but I feel like you could potentially both be on like a similar path or have something in common with each other. You just might do it in a slightly different way. So before I get into that, I'm just going to get the tarot, and I'm just going to see what the situation is on this indecision card. And we've got the Queen of Wands showing up here. So this is connected to your creative pursuits. This could be something that you are pursuing or something that you are building. I feel like the goal here, the focus here, is to build something that you are passionate about, that you love, or to pursue something that you are passionate about, that you love. I'm also picking up on this strong mystic energy. So I feel like you could have either some sort of spiritual practice or spiritual knowledge that guides you, or you feel strongly connected with, that is very grounding to you. I feel like you want to get to this point where something feels more sustainable. I feel like right now you're in this transition where, you know, something has improved for you or changed for you, but you're trying to figure out how you can sustain it. This could be this creative pursuit of yours or what you are trying to build or focus on here. You're trying to figure out how you can sustain this. Alright, I'm going to now jump over into the extended reading. If you would like to see the rest of this, we're going to look at the blocks, we're going to look at influences, outcomes, And we're going to dive a bit deeper into these two energies here as well. So if you would like to see all of that, then you can join me over on Patreon now. If not, and this is where we part, then thank you very much for clicking on this video and being here. If this resonated with you, join the inner circle, subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment. Your engagement really helps this channel out a lot, and I love reading your comments and engaging with you. So thank you very much. Take good care of yourself until I see you again. Bye for now.